Now back to Inside West Virginia Politics with Mark Curtis.
Welcome back to Inside West Virginia Politics. We're moving a little past politics now and on to National Adoption Month. Kylee Hassan from Mission, West Virginia, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
I ran into you and your folks covering an event at the Capitol the other day, and one of our reporters was covering your event, and I was just fascinated by it. What does Mission, West Virginia do? I know it's National Adoption Month, as Adrian mentioned. What is the purpose of your organization, and what does it provide in West Virginia?
So Mission, West Virginia, we're a nonprofit here in Hurricane. We also cover the entire state of West Virginia. Our mission is to change the lives of youth and families in West Virginia, and we have two main programs that do that. We have our Think program that stands for Teaching Health Instead of Nagging Kids, and they go into about 20 counties in the state and teach teens about healthy relationships, communication skills, teen pregnancy prevention, things like that. And then our Frameworks program, which focuses on finding families for children in foster care, and that's why we're celebrating this month as National Adoption Month.
It's obviously Thanksgiving weekend and we have Christmas right around the corner. It seems like a great time to have this month be here towards the holidays. What's kind of the message that you want to get out there to people about adoption who maybe don't know that much about it?
Yes, so we came up with a theme to stick to for the month, that it takes a village. You know, we've all heard it takes a village to raise children, and we think that everyone plays an important part in the village that it takes to support these families. And adoption, especially adoption from foster care, can be so rewarding, and each of us play a crucial role in that. So we're really excited to stick to that theme this month and show people how important it is to these children that we find loving and safe permanent homes for them.
As we all know, the opioid crisis has put tremendous pressure and strain on the foster care system in the state. Many kids being raised by grandparents, other folks that are being adopted. I mean, how much does that impact what you guys are trying to do? How much do you deal with that?
Yeah, the impact is huge. We see, you know, the last numbers that we saw at the end of October were that almost 7,000 children were in foster care. I think the numbers were 6,996. About 3,500 of that number, those children are with relative and kinship. And those are only the numbers that we know of that are being reported through the system. But we know that it has absolutely exploded in the state with relatives caring for their relatives. And we have seen great-grandparents in their 90s caring for children under 10. And, you know, if you were a 90-year-old, you would never expect to be in that position. And so we have a program that helps those relatives kind of guide them through the system as a support and a resource, because it can be very confusing. It can be very hard to go through being a parent again, you know, in your 90s.
The need is obviously out there for foster parents and also adoptive parents. At that same event at the Capitol you're talking about, there was one guy who said, I never thought I could be a foster parent.
Yes.
He's like, now I've fostered many kids, they've adopted a couple now, they're very happy with it. Do you hear that from a lot of people? I could never do that.
Absolutely. It's, you know, it's a thing. It's not an easy pitch to people. But it's absolutely very rewarding. It's a very hard thing to go through. And a lot of people, like Danny Gill, who is our foster adoptive parent that spoke at the Capitol event, he, when his wife first brought up the idea, he said, absolutely no way. I can't do that. A lot of people's fears are that they're going to get attached to these children and then they'll leave. And that is true. It's very important to get attached to these children, because the children may have never had attachment before to someone, and they remember you. Even if you leave their home and go, if they go back to their biological parent, or if they move placements, they will remember those foster parents that showed them that love, safety, and permanency for the time being.
We're down to about 30 seconds. This is a fascinating discussion. It occurs to me that this Tuesday is Giving Tuesday. It seems in the holiday season, every day has an event like Cyber Monday.
You're right.
First, tell us your website, and if folks want to make contributions, maybe they're not ready to adopt, but they would like to contribute to what you folks do, where can they reach you?
Sure, yeah, there's lots of different ways that people can help, so they can visit us on the web at www.missionwv.org.
All right, well, thank you so much, Kylee Hassan from Mission, West Virginia. It was great talking to you about this, of
Thank
course.
you very much.
We're going to make an interesting transition here. We're going to go from talking about adoption to talking about the ski slopes opening here in West Virginia. Stay tuned for that on Inside West Virginia Politics.